yet. In best of one, if it's a best of 3, I'll say yes. It's massive. In best of 1s, early in the event, you do kind of want to favor FaZe because, like you say, they won E-League and they've played a little bit more recently. But I don't want to call it a massive upset yet.
It's fair enough.
I don't want to overstate any of the best of 1s.
No, it's fine. Like, I can only really assess from what my gut feeling. I got the first 2 predictions of the tournament wrong.
You're not wrong in saying it's an upset. You're absolutely not wrong in saying that. I just want to rein it in a little bit.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, we'll see what they can do here. All eyes on Hellraisers here. If they can win the pistol on the CT side, they'll be off to a flyer. As we get into it, FaZe will have 2 smokes. Flashbang suggests an outside play. Smokes towards either side of the bomb site. Molotov towards the Hell position, perhaps, while they get through. We'll see how it translates here. Inside, very unlikely, unless it's going to be a huge fake here. As the smokes are deployed, you can see left and right at the bomb site. Just there. Flashbang from Adrenaline as his teammates get ready to go towards Pop Dog. Guardian's already there. And they've lost the initial kill. What a shot that is from Voxic.
Yep, that's not a bad way to get things started. Drop the bomb temporarily, but it's picked up by Rain. They had multiple players heading from E-Box, so it was easily recovered and then planted. But Rain had spotted before he get ducked down behind the train. It gives Issa the exchange. Gave them the information as to where Issa was, so he got taken out immediately after. Hobbit did as well, but we're in a 3-on-3, and Olaf's playing the big one. He's going to try and go for the flank. Won't have anyone directly in front of him because Dead Fox already taken down, but he will certainly be ready for Angel if he can find the shots. He was. Voxic, the man who started it, has to end it, and he needs 4 kills in total doing so. Bomb's already too far gone. He doesn't have a kit. He's too far away from it. It's going to be FaZe Clan to win out the pistol.
Some cool music as well to go along with the action, it seems, as Nico looks very happy with that one. It will be 2 kills for him after losing the initial frag. You can see that round played out pretty much as we built it up. The smokes either side of the bomb side there, and then we see the bomb planted, the CT's unable to deny, and then the frags going in their favor with a nice flank from Olaf Meister, waiting for the CT to rotate from inside, makes the way through the connector and closes out the round. We get into number 2 here, and we'll see if there's any sort of purchase from the CTs, and there certainly is. They force sport in the second round here of Train. There's going to be a couple of scouts, 5-7s, Deagles. Now, you don't see this too often. On maps like Inferno, you can definitely justify it. We do see it on Train with this double scout combo because it's such a long-range map, but not every team will want to risk everything here, especially if you're what we'd call the underdog at this point, because your financial situation going forward, it will be a little bit compromised, but it just means they'll take a full eco next round if they lose this, and they'll actually have pretty decent money as the loss bonus has been modified these days. Hobbit looking towards inside, actually hitting a few shots on Rain there. Takes him down to 49, and he won't know that, but still, it will be the inside pursuit from FaZe Clan here. Molotov towards the bomb site, and it's going to be a final commitment with the opening kill not quite coming in. There it is, a couple for FaZe.
Man, I could have finished that kill probably behind the train on Hobbit, but didn't want to spray through Olaf Meister to do so, given that they already had the advantage. No need to tear your teammate apart with an SMG against pistols. 4-on-1, just Dead Fox winning, and he's easily found. Olaf already deep inside of the site. FaZe Clan go up 2-0. 2-0, as you would say.
Yes, that's true. Well, it should be 3 at this point as well, for reasons I just mentioned. Is this a timeout? I did hear a vote called.
I did, and I think this is going to be technical? I mean,
yeah, it should be. There's no reason to have a tactical timeout here. Yeah, it is technical, just to confirm, so presumably just a headset issue, but you wouldn't have a tactical timeout here because you're full eco anyway. There's not really much you can discuss.
Yeah, there's nothing. It's not like you're going to surprise buy on anyone either.
No, exactly.
The referee just ensuring that no one's talking.
There's Dead Fox on the right-hand side of your screen, the former AWPer.
Now that we're calling them referees, should they get some sort of like striped uniform like other sports?
That would be quite cool.
Yeah.
Just to stand out a little bit, make it clear.
Yep.
I think they used to do that at ESL tournaments like 6 years ago, maybe 7 years ago.
Maybe give them a whistle as well.
Yeah, they could do that.
Yeah, I'm down. And then the head referee, the chief of referees, which would be Mihai, can walk around with like orange stripes on his arm.
That's actually, this is building on quite nicely. I think I should submit this idea officially.
I'm into it.
Wow.
Maybe make them wear skates in the booths as well.
Or are you doing like basketball now? Is that what you're going with? It's skating around
hockey
the arena?
and
okay.
CS mix.
Okay. We'll get into round 3, and we'll see this full eco come through. Angel's got an HE grenade, presumably used towards main. Rain will take a little bit of damage there, just 8, so nothing too significant. They don't even have much firepower here, but they know what they're up against in terms of just pistols, so don't need to upgrade these weapons. And just try and farm some cash here. It's an idyllic start for FaZe as they look to find a clean sweep here. Should be able to happen. Guardian not checking the close corner, though, will cost him at least one frag. Olofmeister doesn't want to go for a quick trade. Plays it smart and wants CT to give him a free kill. 3-0. But remember, with the loss bonus the way it is now, you can actually get a decent buy. Like, both approaches are viable. You can eco the second buy third, or buy in the second and have a pretty decent buy here as well with an AWP, albeit glass cannon. Does Voxic want it? He does not. So they're focused on the AUG as well. So they could have got the sniper out, but I guess the fact they're up against SMGs and they know it, they want to just have a bit more utility and hold them off. Guardian's not wasting any time. He brings out his AWP and he won't have any rival sniper against him. He was absolutely lights out of E-League, and we'll see if he can kick off the first gun round with a showstopper here as he holds towards the main entrance. Get boosted on pallets. Very common boost, just to look above the bomb train here. And we'll see now CT's play a very defensive game.
Yeah, Issa's already resmoked out at Pop Dog. Rain holding out above the ladder, just sprays in. Pretty standard, nade deep, spray close, hope for some damage, but no one there. So Guardian didn't get anything from the boost. He drops back down. We know he's one that will fire the wall shot.
Oh, yes.
So keep an eye for that. If not T side, definitely CT side. He'll go for it once or twice. It's pretty rare that it hits, but it's worth mentioning because the one time that it does, it looks absolutely brilliant. Hobbit's going to start it off, though, by taking down exactly the man mentioned on the AWP, and Issa's going to add two more to it as Hobbit steps out with the AUG. It's Hellraisers looking to take their first gun round.
Talk about a convincing one as well. Before FaZe can even get out of the choke points, are absolutely taken down. And it's Olofmeister left the Mac 10. He's got $7,000. This is by design, though. Obviously, you'd think, oh, he can upgrade to an AK. Why wouldn't he? It's a Mac 10. Because they're on the T side right now. They want to just snowball. They want to take advantage of the fact they have so much cash and try and maintain that if they can. Unfortunately, this round didn't really work out for them. They can still buy into the next. If Olof can get one kill here, that would be great, but I don't think that's going to happen. You can see, so everyone looking in his position, they heard him drop down, and it will be the first on the board for Hellraisers. Like we said, very convincing round. Didn't drop a single player there. They recovered the AWP, but there's still plenty of money for FaZe as they get ready for their first official gun round here. With all the rifles, they might not have an AWP. They'll have to drop it. Well, they have done that straight away, so Guardian will get that, and it means Olofmeister now will buy out the rest of his utilities. Still got $2,100 residual cash, a nice healthy buy for them. As we head into round number 5, we'll see who comes out on top. Can Hellraisers maintain that level of performance against a full buy? I'm not so sure. There's a Dren, a new signing for FaZe. Used to play with Hobbits back in the Gambit days. I want to see one of the same major as him as well. Hobbit being flashed in.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Olaf just standing there in the corner. You could see him behind the dumpster. So Hellraisers, after winning their first gun round, take the lead in this one significantly. First pick very easily sustained, and then Nico sits on 52 HP. Dead Fox Angel, they'll cover off the inside sight. And it does look like that's where things are going. No further action toward the Ivy position, so they are concerned a little bit about A main and Pop Dog, obviously a very popular and potent split, but they can easily get a rotation position from Issa. Good counter Molotov. They're completely segregated. Still, though, they find the kills. Rain gets one on Angel. Guardian's got Issa. He was the first to arrive inside Z Connector, and he had the high angle. Guardian, he follows it up. I take that back. He was low side. I thought he was the one that entered by the ladder. It's a 2-on-2. Bomb's not planted until now, and Guardian's left alone with Voxic staring him down as soon as it was.
Well done by Hellraisers there. They managed to fend off the initial default there, managed to find a man advantage as well. The Hobbit push towards Ivy, funneled them towards inside, and the CTs were very aware of that fact. They rotate players in. They have a nice stack going on. Some great shots from Guardian at close range to actually get them into the round and get the bomb planted, but ultimately Voxic waiting for the repeak. He was able to find the kill in the 2 versus 1, and that was the end of the round. It's 2 in a row for Hellraisers, and it looks like we might have the first eco from FaZe here. They have enough for at least a partial buy. They can get some deagles and armor here. I'm sure we'll see a little bit of that action come through. Rain being very conservative with his cash. 4,600 only gets the deagle, so he'll be the one to drop the AWP next round, I assume. As we get into it, Hellraisers should be able to tie things up, no problem. No real grenades. This will be an inside play with the one flashbang from what I can see. Usually you get everyone towards brown holes like this, and then flash over, try and trade out a frag if you can, and the fact that Rain's gone down suggests that we'll be going even quicker. So one flash over, in we go. Flash won't do much for Dead Fox there, so he's going to have a chance to repeat this, but actually it's all falling apart. 4 versus 3 now, and the T's will be able to manage to recover a rifle, I assume, as this on the flank brings it into a 3-on-3, and they still have the advantage here.
Yeah, the AP9 picked up is all they get for it. Nico already gone. It's a Molotov out rather rudely by his teammate. Certainly that was not the intention, but Adren getting aggressive. They figured it out. Process of elimination. He had to be inside of the smoke. Hobbit able to spray in and find him, and it's now another round. Tie game. CT side for Hellraisers looking pretty good. FaZe, no slouches on Train either.
Absolutely not. Well, that was the Rico. They get 2 kills and a bomb plant. Nice, healthy situation now. Olaf Meister and Adren getting it done as Issa came in on the flank. At that point, the round was over for them. Issa manages to clear things up. Hop with the final kill that as we get into number 7 here. We're all tied at 3-3. All will be out for Guardian this time. No tactical timeout yet. You can see utility level great on both sides. I mean, it's a nice full purchase. Homer this time with the orb once again. Adren holding for initial aggression.
Angel still down at the bottom side of the ramp. Push up from Issa. It's not guaranteed in this position that you're going to get a kill. Sometimes late shaking it, the T's will flash in. And oftentimes, you can be traded quite easily, so have to be somewhat careful with that. Molotov down at the bottom side of the ramp already, but it's a bit early because they're only just gathering inside of the brown halls now. In fact, there's only 2 there. I imagine... Yeah, so this is a good time to look back here. I was wondering if they were up the stairs because the map can be misleading in that one spot on Train. They are still in A main. I imagine this will be these 2 hitting here, trying to sell a fake on B, and then back through Pop Dog.
Well, that's Nico and Rain. Quite a powerful combo.
You could even justify 1 through Pop Dog and 1 pushing B on a lurk, maybe. But you gotta get some movement.
The fact they have so much B-Horse control, and they're now going to deploy 2 smokes in. This is definitely going to be the fake, Matt. You are correct. So they're going to send these players in, but Adren has... Oh, sorry, Nico has been taken down. It's Angel to find him, and the CTs are well too aware of this, but still a trade comes through.
That's a trade that... Oh, yeah, Olaf, he nearly read it. They had 2 inside of the ladder room. The fact that Angel pushed... figured out and spotted them falling back. They knew it was a flank, and then they also knew that it was likely going to be Pop Dog the next position. Olaf did very well to identify that himself and try and take them back out of the equation, but Guardian, good shot on Hobbit. They're not done yet. Bomb will get to the site on the back of that shot, thankfully, with 8 seconds left, because that in the rounds, that in itself would have been the round if Guardian went down.
One Molotov thrown towards Pop Dog was fantastic. You can see what it's done to the CTs now. They've had to separate. 1 connector, 1 at Ivy, time ticking away. They have both got kits. But 2 kills to find on this outside bomb site is an incredibly difficult procedure, and they'll actually turtle up together as well. Guardian focusing towards Pop Dog until he hears a defuse come through. He'll flash and then peek, I'd assume, as now Angel's going to be spotted. Guardian's going to nail that shot, no problem at all. Issa, his days are numbered, and he just bails out of the situation. It's going to be FaZe to win the round. He gets the AWP. Their money is actually pretty decent, especially if he saves his weapon. He'll be able to drop 1, no problem. They can even go for a double AWP setup. Like we said, Dead Fox used to be the AWP, so maybe that's where they'll be leaning towards as the game develops. But there's FaZe managing to come back. It was a B fake, and you could see Angel and Issa very well done initially, but as soon as that Molotov came in and the rain flank came through, it all started to fall apart.
And that was 2 great mid-round calls, because again, if they were going to flank or fake, and go back toward Pop Dog, Issa did well to hold it despite Olaf's best efforts. But then as soon as he identified that they'd lost that fight, the Molotov holds him in, and Rain just goes, right, I'm going through B. I'll just go the other way.
Yeah, and it worked out perfectly. Well, there won't be a double AWP setup. It's still going to be in the hands of Voxic there. FaZe in the lead on the T side now as they continue to run their default. Nothing really changing for them. Angel will be backed up towards inside as a misthrown Molotov there. Rain makes up for it. 3 players inside in total. As soon as he gets his lower ramp, he could be in trouble, but manages to negate the initial AWP bullet. Finds the kill on the ledge towards Angel there, but still a 4-on-4. The CTs might even leave inside completely open at this point and just stack outside after showing so much presence. We'll see.
So Guardian in the inside of the hallway already. Adrian trying to get inside of A main. We'll get Hobbit, who thought he could sneak in, but was apparently wrong. Former teammates, by the way.
Indeed.
Former major winners together. So there's 3 major winners on FaZe. Take that back, excuse me. Just 2. Olaf and Adren. I was including Guardian in that. He's been runner-up so many times.
He has. Na'Vi a couple of times.
3, 4 times? 3 at least. Na'Vi twice, and then once with FaZe in Boston.
Oh, so far so good in this round at least. Nico might be able to close things out here. He gets the information that Issa is indeed inside and the bombs are implanted outside. Nico is looking to close things out at this point, and Issa just trying to stay alive as their money is starting to be drained.
Might get away with this. Survival instincts kicking in. Nico's clear. Oh, he looked back. I was going to say Nico's already cleared that angle and he got away, but Nico was aware that he had to be somewhere near B, so it will be 5-3 in favor of FaZe. Yeah, that's an interesting storyline in this game itself. Hobbit and Adren winning sort of a Cinderella story major with Gambit together. Now they find themselves on very different teams in very different situations as well.
Yeah, just breaking off from the Gambit's nightmare it became after winning the major. It seems like some teams find it to be a curse almost. If you remember when NIP won their major, they felt like it was just too much pressure at that point. Couldn't ever relive that magic, and it just never came together and all fell apart. I guess the only teams that really kind of stood the test of time in that respect, we had Fnatic, won multiple titles, then SK Gaming as well. Obviously different organizations across that stage, but it seems like when certain teams win the major, it seems like it all goes wrong. Look at Cloud9. After they win the major, the team just completely dissolves. Like they lose their star players and it falls apart. Very odd sometimes how it all works out. Gambit, they won that major, never really saw them again after that.
No, we didn't. And part of that was the Kane/Zeus ordeal that led to their departure from the team.
Right after winning the major.
Yep.
It's a weird one, isn't it?
Hey, so yeah, we won that, but we don't know what Kane really did for us, so we don't want him as a coach. And then Zeus just kind of went, cool, I'm out with him then.
Indeed.
And that was the pretty shocking stuff. And Zeus also went back to Na'Vi, which was the team that cut him, and then they went, well, hang on, you won a major. Maybe we made a mistake. Come on, homeboy.
Well then, tactical timeouts, and it looks like Hellraisers won't be investing into this round. It's starting to get a little bit daunting for them now. Really needed a strong CT showing to allow me to believe at least that they could do this. They got 3 decent gun rounds after losing the pistol, but now it seems like they're starting to drop off. They're going to have to take an eco here. They've got 3, 4 HEs they'll be used towards the main entrance, and Guardian, he might even go down to this. If he goes an aggressive pick, he'll probably be dropped. Nade's coming in, and one more will do it. Not quite, they haven't landed quite correctly, so he takes a lot of damage. If one more of those grenades was on target, they would have got the kill.
Like that?
There it is.
Like
just
that
like
one?
That.
He was even scoped in looking at it. He just couldn't respond in time. Nico can. If they want to push through and try and take that off, Nico's going to protect it with a Molotov, trying to press the E key on top of it. They're just feeding the man.
Yeah. It was getting a little bit scary with the Molotov in his hand, but actually worked out perfectly. Not too much panic, and he'll win the round as it goes to a 4-on-2. Is there an Angel? Deagles, no armor. The only kill they've got so far is the aforementioned AT grenade. But right now, just waiting to get a bit of intel. You can see they're being very disciplined. Nico with 3. On for the ace, but Olaf Meister confirming inside is indeed clear.
He's already walked by just about everyone. Gonna try and get up toward the connector here. They're caught off by Angel. When I say walk by everyone, I mean spots that everyone would be in at this point, so he's cleared the site. They'll get an AK for that. Issa is left alone, but that's all right. Likes to be alone. Far from the site as well. Nico on the AWP. If Issa was aware of that, he might try and challenge Rain and go for a fast defuse. Not that he has a kit, but he was miles away. So we'll just back off and save the AK. That's the smarter decision. So it's been slews of 3. FaZe started out 3-0. Hellraisers tied it up, and now we are 6-3 in favor of FaZe.
Looking very comfortable indeed. They lose a few kills. Issa will save the AK. Like I said, when teams get into a real rut, the double AWP setup is an option for them. And Exponent's certainly going to get them in a position where that's possible. Hobbit and Angel both within AWP territory, but it's Voxic that needs the weapon, so they'll have to drop it for him. Might be a tactical timeout again here, just to organize that situation for themselves. It saves the AK, so they'll certainly buy into this one. Just the one AWP again, so not really too fond of the double AWP setup, it seems, these days. There's a Dren getting it done. Issa with some nice shots. Managed to get a decent amount of kills considering the situation. 6-3 though. Anything but good when you're on the CT side and you're considered a weaker team. Hoxig makes his way towards Ivy, looks towards main entrance, and now it's Nico deploying the initial utility to try and make his way out of main entrance. Same story for Adren. They'll exchange blows as FaZe come out on top. It's a 3 versus 3, but certainly favors them as Olofmeister continues to apply pressure outside. Hobbit, the last line of defense, as his teammate rotates him from connector. Sits in the smoke right now, has bought enough time for Angel to get on the scene. But surely, after giving away his position, they'll be done for. They could just take the bomb and leave the premises. Good shot from Guardian. Seems like that form from E-League has been transferred over. Nothing really missed so far. And Angel, the in-game leader of Hellraisers, 4 kills to his name. He's going to need 3 more here if he's got any chance of winning it. They know exactly where he is. And the bomb train here, and there's the final shot. Nico, great stuff to close things out. And it will go 7-3. And they're back to an eco once again, or at least a partial buy.
Partial, but they break the streak of 4. Of 3, they get their 4th FaZe side. Starting to really show that their form on train is pretty world class again and putting Hellraisers back in their place. So far today in our games, we've actually had some T-side dominance. Not dominance, but T-side favor.
Yeah, it's weird to see it on train especially, and maybe that just goes to tell you that this matchup might be going well in favor of FaZe. If they could break double digits on T-side, I'm not sure Hellraisers will be able to bring it back. But here's Angel. He's got the MP9 and, well, not for long. That's removed. He did decent damage towards Rain, but unless you're finding a kill with that sort of buy, doesn't really do too much for you. As now, the Molotov on top of the pop dog here. And just wait to see if they can flush out some CTs. There was Issa there. You saw him take a little bit of damage there from the Molotov. So that actually clears out the pop dog room. Instead, Fox waiting inside of the Deagle. He's the only inside player at the upper ramp.
Deagle's last game certainly had an impact. We saw it quite early on, certainly in the hands of Zaiwu. Rain's going to wait above. Does spray and eventually get impatient, but Dead Fox, if he's going to go, he actually wants to hold. He wants to let Nico walk into him. Crosshair placement high if Nico crouches. Reaction time was there. Crosshair placement not. So Nico gets the 2nd kill in the round now for FaZe. Cheeky little battle with Woxic, trying to get information as to exactly where Guardian is. That's where he was, not where he is. Guardian's not that foolish. He won't stay in the same place twice, and he's had enough of this battle.
Yeah, throws the Molotov, that'll push the CT away. They've got inside under control as well. The Orb wants to be on lower ramp, ideally let someone else deal with the pop dog. And the CT's now not looking too infused at this one. Might as well save their Deagle and armor. Might sound a little bit silly in that regard, but they actually will save a lot of cash if they don't have to buy armor going into the next one. You can see this will be maximum loss bonus after losing this. Voxic, a player we had to see perform on train, especially 4 and 7. Angel 4 and 10. It's Issa at the very top. Hobbit was 7. But Nico, he's found all the frags, along with Guardian so far, as Olofmeister will be dropped. They recover a weapon from that, perhaps. Hobbit, though, unable to finish things off, and it will just be a 5-7 and a Deagle save. This has got a helmet as well. So not all is lost, but very comfortable so far as FaZe go 8-3 up. Will we see a change of setup here? We'll see some aggression from the CTs. There little plays towards the Ivy position we saw Hobbit flash through. That was very good. Maybe they want to try something like that out again. Yeah, that worked extremely well. That was what got them their first round quite convincingly. They won that, and then they also caught out. Interestingly, the one round they lost, they also caught out exactly what the fake was up to with the push from Angel. So the aggression early on was finding them kills. It just fell apart very quickly when the money was gone. Voxic's going to be on the AWP this time. And already looking toward A main, he won't be able to spot anyone aggressively. Nico's already gone toward Brown Halls and blown out the windows. Molotov's down to the bottom of the ladder, and they were hoping that that would push people back to Wolof, but he's slightly ahead of the play. And a Molotov still at his feet. He's forced over to the left on entry. Put him directly in front of the AWP. So timing a little bit off for FaZe as a result. Angel, top of the train. At this point, falling off the angle so as not to be spotted if they walk in the ramp, is watching upper, and with the smoke down, he's hoping it's going to funnel them that direction. So far inclined. That seems to be where FaZe are going.
And Dead Fox is slow to react, but there, he's got the headshot on the AUG.
You really wanted Guardian to pick that, surely, first, but either way, he won't, and they'll have to go in for the upper round. That's why, because he's got the AWP, he can actually challenge that angle, and Nico dropped. It's going to be a 4 versus 2. Still recoverable, though. Guardian and Rain might as well go for it, because they've got so much cash here coming to the latter stages of the half, as Guardian actually sneaks past the CT, but I'm not sure for how long. And it will be Rain left in the 3 versus 1. 45 seconds, might as well get the plant down and see what's available to himself. Baits them out, and at this point definitely will plant because he knows this is going against him.
I was going to say, I thought I saw a nade a minute ago, but it was in the air. That's why I lost track of it on the HUD.
There it is.
Yeah, that was cheeky that Guardian doesn't go first, but great play from Angel. He played an angled upper. As soon as he knew that the upper kill came in, they backed. Guardian got the pick. Probably going to try and attack the site from lower at that point. So he peeked back out, perfect timing, got the kill. 8-4, Hellraisers pull one back. Not really a change of setup per se.
Not really, no.
But they just had the weapons to find it. This time they are limited slightly. Dead Fox goes onto a FAMAS. And are they limited, should we say, having an M4 in the hands of Issa?
Possibly.
Is that not an AUG?
Yeah, that's true. And Dead Fox, well, he'll be helping out Voxic there at the start. It does the damage with the incendiary, and it follows up with the wallbang from the AWP to get the first kill here. Starting to find some ground at least. It will be Hellraisers with control of the main entrance. They've taken down Nico. Issa doesn't want to pick up the weapon just yet and give away the fact he's in that position. But it does funnel them inside. There's only one player there. Guardian there with Rain right now, waiting for the smoke to go down. They'll go for a contact fight, knowing that Angel is anchoring alone, and he pulls out the incendiary, unaware to be so close, and Guardian brings it right back. Doesn't just need the sniper, he's also a world-class rifler, as we'll see them do most of the work towards inner. It's Hobbo who has to save the day here, but he might be outflanked. A player towards Connector, not looking in his position. That's Rain going down as the 3-on-3 ensues. It'll be up to the CTs now to rotate in. They're quite a distance away.
Big round as well. Reset potential for FaZe against Hellraisers. Hobbit still trying to find that angle. Smoke finally dissipates. 1 in the halls. And 2 already in T-spawn. They're not even going to consider this.
They're certainly not.
I expected they'd give that a little bit more of a go with Hobbit so far inside of the site, but perhaps they didn't feel the rotations were favorable to walk through the hallway, so it's going to go 9-4. They'll keep 3 guns, excuse me, and an AWP. Issa's got enough carried over, he can drop one. The others are going to be fairly limited in options. So not ideal, and they give FaZe the round as a result.
Well, the easy one for FaZe in the end. They actually lost the first kill, remember. It was Hellraiser to get in towards the main entrance at the outside bomb site. And then the recovery play is Guardian and Rain contact down the lower ramp just as Angel pulls out his incendiary. And that's Guardian getting the majority of the kills there. Hobbit had a chance, like he said, burrowed towards the inside site. Might as well given it a go, but they opted to save 3 weapons and try and force around them. MP9 and UMP to be brought out. That's Dead Fox and Angel using the lesser weapons here. Round 14. And they still have the AWP as Olaf Meister now throwing the initial utility to push the CD back.
I suppose the option was if they went for it and lost out, they're kind of in a, not quite a double eco, but a pretty limited situation for the end of the half. Now they've got weapons and they're fighting. Voxic burning one. He'll follow it up on the AWP to get Nico as well, but Olaf's got one on the nade, and I don't know if they're aware that he's already snuck inside a sandwich, so if they overlook the position, he could catch them off quite considerably. Hobbit getting closer. Who's going to spot the shin bone of the other first? As he peeks out toward E-Box, he's past Olaf's position, but if he advances even slightly, he'll be caught off in the gun barrel. Not quite around the corner. I think Olaf gets this. Yeah, absolutely. Hobbit had no idea he was that close.
It was so touch and go who would win that battle, but Olaf Meister certainly does. He's got 2 kills to his name. Guardian continues to find frag after frag. Round 14 going in favor of FaZe at double digits on the T side of train. Might not be recoverable by this point. They're not going to have much cash for the final round. It's likely to be 11-4 at this stage. Just a formality now as FaZe make sure they don't make any mistakes here. Give Angel nothing to work with in that final round. Let him survive at this point. If you know he's got an MP9, might as well let him keep it. Don't even risk the fact he could have an AK for the next round as he tries to recover the AWP here. He knows they're probably watching it, and he'd be right in thinking so. Olaf Meister watching it like a hawk right now. Angel waiting for the bomb to go off, presumably, then he'll grab it. But I don't think that's going to work out for him. Here comes Rain.
Yeah, easy. Line up the shot. Make no mistake about it, Yanko seems pleased with the progress of FaZe so far. Love to start off 1-0 today. Top 4 potential, absolutely, for FaZe. There's no question that's almost expected, I think, in many ways.
Yeah, you'd have to think that way, considering the players available to them, the time they've had now, the changes being made, and it seems that the players are turning up at this point. If this is a sign of things to come, it's quite a scary message at this point, at least. 10-4, Nico with a decent spawn trying to beat the smoke, and he's actually pushed past it. Remember, they have been completely wrecked financially. Hellraisers will have SMGs and a FAMAS at the very top end of the spectrum, as Olaf Meister is going to boost.
Wants to make sure he gets the angle right. Pull Rain back slightly. They'll walk up together. We can't see it right now, but Olaf's actually just creeping a little bit further up on his head each step they take, so we can clear off the entire top of the blue train where Nico now is. Does the heal show? It does.
You can see that.
He didn't realize it. It's a pretty small, dark texture to spot. We have X-ray that makes that easy. That one's easy, but Hobbit got away with that. Nico would have been able to spot it if he was very keen-eyed. Guardian might have to be careful here. We got a flank going on at long right now. It's Voxic that wants to slip in. If they're slow about getting outside of A main, that's the bomb as well. 48 seconds. They should be able to turn to recover it. But if he gets in there in time, and Rain turns around to go back, Hell becomes a problem. Ace is down. He's got no HP. And one thing at a time, Voxic's also been found, so forget that proposition. It's been covered. FaZe are going to go 11-4, it looks like.
Looks like it. Hobbit has got AK and armor, though. It required an ace to actually win this one out, but it looks like the bomb has actually gone towards inside. So any chance he had has been officially shut down. FaZe were the favorites coming into this one, and now the absolute favorites close it out. 11-4 on the T side of train is an almost impossible comeback for Hellraisers. They're going to have to win the pistol, and we'll find out if they can after this break.
The 11-4 in favor of FaZe as they swap over to the CT side. Had a moment of comedy in our break that no one got to see. Do you remember when the observers used to dance to the music?
I do very well.
Yeah, Rushley was doing that, and it booted him from the server for too many commands, which I thought was rather comical.
Well, luckily it didn't happen when the camera was on. But you made sure
that Rushley got roasted. Yeah, that's.
Okay.
I was having a chuckle.
Those odds are incorrect.
That's backwards, I would suggest.
Yes. So just so note. Either way, it's going to be Issa who opens things up. A fast Ivy play here yields 2 frags, both of them headshots on the Glock, and it's going to be an impossible recovery here for FaZe. They've got to rotate into this one as Rain comes back with 2. My goodness. It looks like they might have a fighting chance. It goes down to the 2-on-2 here, and it put Dren and Guardian somehow bringing that round back to life. It looked like it was absolutely done for. If you lose 2 kills like that and they get out of Ivy, you'd assume the rotations are coming through. You're not going to have time to actually get in position, but they somehow hit every single shot and deny the plant as well. I am gobsmacked. That's going to be gutting for Hellraisers. That felt like it was theirs all day long. As we'll see, it go 12-4. Hellraisers, no plant, gonna have to force buy in this second round considering the scoreline. And Rain, calm as ever, just to close things out there. It's a Dren backing him up. Round 17, here it comes. Tech-9s, Deagles, and a PZ-50.
Yeah, it's a difficult affair for now for Hellraisers to try and get themselves back into it, and they'll run in straight to Olaf. He's tagged at 22, so he's got to be somewhat careful in that position, but job done. And Nico already rotating in. It's good positioning from Nico and good support as he's able to now make it 13-4. How's our A stream looking?
It's G2 playing right now, isn't it? And they are currently... Let's have a look. Who gets there first?
I do. Currently 7-4 in favor of Na'Vi.
Who are on the T side, I think. I think it's Inferno.
So Inferno. Yeah, that's not too bad at all from Na'Vi.
Oh no, Na'Vi are CT side. Okay, so there you go. So that it's still
to play for.
To play for, absolutely. This game maybe not though, because this could be 14-4.
And Na'Vi's one to watch this event for all the wrong reasons. So, well, okay. Aside from Simple, he's exciting at all times, but lots going on within that team that's bringing some questions up.
I don't know if you caught the interview from Zeus on HLT.
Wasn't that pleasant, was it?
Not the greatest quotes in that one. Doesn't bode well.
No, it really doesn't.
Go check it out after this game, perhaps, if you're not sure what we're talking about. Some strange comments made suggesting he's not really fussed by this being a major, and the future of the team he's not too sure of. Either way, like we said, this should be a guaranteed round for FaZe, and it is a very convincing one. They get 1 kill, but it's 14-4 on the CT side of Train, and their money is, limited at best here. They're going to have enough for rifles, but compromise we made is actually pretty decent. Voxy gets the AWP at least, but he gets no grenades. And will FaZe be able to find around about 15 here? That's the real question. Olaf will keep his UMP. Rain on the FAMAS. Guardian has his AWP. As we get into it, we'll have a look at the final few rounds here. If FaZe can finish it off cleanly or Hellraisers make a bit of a comeback, we'll see. Not looking good for them either way.
Boost up for Guardian. AWP hasn't gone for the shot yet through Z connector. Olaf is ready at long smoke down. UMP this time, not MP9. They're pre-firing the angle, but he's got Nico with him. They're going to nade stack it and fire in. They're looking for any and all damage that they can find, and Angel suffers the worst of it. He goes down to 22. Clever little idea.
Yeah, the smoke especially. Then the double nade as well. 3 of them there. Another HE lands. They've been tagged up a lot here. That makes the FAMAS and the M4s a lot more viable. It means it's 3 players actually in 1-tap potential now. So they become orgs now, essentially. They've been upgraded, those M4s. Flashes in towards Pop Dog. See FaZe have got some tricks up their sleeve here as they funnel them towards inside. There's Angel who's going to stay towards Ivy on that low HP. Just going to keep showing presence, potentially go for a backstab. He throws 1 smoke towards the end of Ivy just to keep Olaf Meister entertained. But what a smoke that is. Perfectly done. That timing couldn't be better. Just they're getting ready to deploy their final play. Smoke comes down. That's another 15 seconds they've got to wait. It means their final commitment here will be panicked as they try and trade out kills and get a quick plant down. Flashes through. Down the lower ramp they go, but they've got to deal with this man here. Guardian misses the initial shot, but Adren, he holds strong here. Doesn't overcommit, wants to make sure they maintain the advantage. And what a great position from him. The incendiary goes on top of the bomb, and that puts things into a really difficult spot for Voxic. He'll grab that bomb and actually get it down towards the left-hand side of the train.
In the smoke as well, so they wouldn't be able to spot him, but they know he's on that side of it because they've just cleared from upper, as well as Guardian advancing. AWP looks for Guardian. He was already well aware of where he'd gone. Nico was watching the backside of the train. They had him pretty much checkmated at that point in time, and that's pretty much how they've got this game. 15 rounds now for FaZe. Hellraisers looking flat, I have to say. Remember, this was 3-3 at one point in time. It's now 15-4.
Yeah, it's really gone wrong for them. That's guaranteed victory for FaZe. It's just a matter of time at this point. Hellraisers looking to get some rounds on the board just to kind of make this a little bit more dignified. Toxic glass cannon, 4 AKs to get the plant down. Lost bonus on their side, but time is certainly not. Dead Fox 6 and 17, Angel 6 and 18. Couple of names you wouldn't expect at the top, but they're certainly a little bit absent. That's a fantastic way to open up round number 20. Guardian gets dropped. Difficult shot to make, and Toxic nails it. Hasn't been his best showing on train. 11 kills. You really need to see him post 20 plus in the first half, hopefully. When he's on the CT side, we wanted to see him really go off, but couldn't get going at all. And it's at the Hobbit now as he goes towards the upper ramp alone. And there's no trade potential. There's no execution there. He's just walked at upper and been dropped by his former teammate. And that's back to the 4-on-4.
Toxic will take bomb back down the brown halls. Or away from them, I should say, to be specific. It's Angels starting to go at Ivy. If he's making this call, they're kind of relying on his information. No one's going to be directly in front of him as of yet. "50 seconds potentially left in this game or less. Could be a whole lot more as well if they can find picks on entry on the Hellraisers side.
That smoke makes things complicated again. That's the bomb smoked out of the sight. Players towards Ivy, but what can they really do? And hopefully a bit more of that comes in their favor. They will re-challenge the orb. I'm not sure why, but Angel is dropped, and now it's through the grey screen they go, and it looks like we are going to go 16-4 map.
Solid read from Nico. Took one at Ivy, looked back, even dodged the flash coming out from A main, and re-scoped in. Perfect timing. Olaf spots Toxic, takes him down 16-4. Great from FaZe, exactly how they want to get things started. Not so much from Hellraisers, and a lot of people have sort of been writing them off coming into this event. Maybe, hopefully, something to turn it around, but the 0-1 to start. And FaZe will jump out with an early lead, and I think that